Joining me now, Mark, is a Labour MP who last year felt unable to attend conference. She was made to feel unwelcome because of her view on women's-only spaces. Rosie Duffield is the Member of Parliament for Canterbury, and she's here, and she joins me.
Hi, Glory.
Rosie, just remind people, because it was quite a big hoo-ha about whether or not you felt safe enough to attend last year's Labour Party conference as a Labour MP. Just remind us about that.
I mean, I really didn't want to fuss. I wanted to quietly not come to conference. I'd had quite a few threats and people, openly saying that they were going to be hostile and aggressive. And I thought the best thing was to stay under the radar, not detract from Keir's first speech as leader. And unfortunately, it got leaked to the press and there was a great big fuss. And it went on. I think the story carried on for about a month. So it dominated everything, which is not what I wanted. But
you are here now. I think have you just arrived today?
Yeah.
And you're coming to speak to us. We're very pleased that you are. Is it now a safe space for you at this conference?
It feels safer. I know Liverpool. I'm comfortable here. I've got lots of friends around, and I've also got a staffer, and that helps. I mean, I'm still walking around with someone all the time, but I don't feel that threat is the same as it was.
So you're walking around this conference, your own party conference, with somebody all the time. Is that but is that your researcher or?
Yeah, someone from my office will be with me, or a friend will be with me all the time.
Right. So you feel that you don't want to be alone?
I think it wouldn't be a good idea to provoke anything, just in case.
Tell me whether the debate, which has split opinion in the Labour Party on women-only spaces, trans rights, how is that debate progressing? Just outline your position in this debate first.
Okay, well, my position is the same, that trans rights are human rights, everyone's rights are human rights, but women's spaces don't need to make way for any other group. We need our privacy, we need to be protected, we need women's only services, and if we can't talk about those things without being called transphobes or being cancelled or threatened, then that's a really sad state of affairs. And I do feel that the party is moving where we can have those discussions. More Labour women are talking out about it. I'm not the only one anymore, and more people in the Lords are talking, more peers as well. So we're having those conversations, which is a lot better than we were last year.
J.K. Rowling, who I know you are working with on the issue of women-only spaces, I mean, she has come in for an enormous amount of flack, like you have.
Yeah.
Do you ever think, do you know what, it's not worth it?
Sometimes you sort of think, why did I? But once the genie is out of the bottle, that's it. No matter what you actually say, and if people listen to the words that I've said, there's nothing transphobic ever, because I'm not one. So you can be labelled something that you're not, but if someone actually listens to what I've said and what Joe has said, they'll realise that we want everyone to feel included, but that doesn't mean giving away our spaces or our rights.
What kind of abuse have you been subject to, and is it online? And when you have raised it with whatever platform, has it been helpful?
There's a lot of abuse online. I get DMs, but not as badly as I did used to get them. Direct messages, sorry, yeah. And but on Twitter, there's a whole world. You just don't go there, and the block function is great. But yeah, in person sometimes. Certainly, lots of my friends have had people sort of in their face. Often. Men dressed up in balaclavas, that kind of thing. And it's quite scary and aggressive, yeah. If you go to a meeting, a women's only meeting or a discussion of women's safe spaces, you will have to alert the police, and there's normally some kind of gang outside in, balaclavas.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you got any more of those meetings planned?
Yes, one tonight actually, but we can't stop them. We can't not do that. And if you look at the women in Iran, they've got it a lot worse. They've got the state actually threatening them. So we can deal with a few, people that are really hostile.
So you're having a meeting on the conference fringe?
Yeah. This evening, me and a few other MPs are going to go, but again, it has to be kept secret till the very last minute.
It's not been advertised. It's not in the Fringe guide.
I think it's in the guide,
right,
but
not
the actual
location.
venue can't be published. No.
How do you get people along to that? But I mean, you might not be able to tell me.
There's enough women who will be there. In fact, it's got a waiting list.
You have your own network of people.
Yeah, we have to be really careful. We have to tell the police. We have to have our own security wherever we meet. Yeah.
Rosie Duffield, we are very passionate on this channel about free speech and that people should, of whatever view, should be heard with respect. It's good to see you back at conference. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.